What's driving markets? Welcome to Market Take. Each week we'll bring you our insights on the latest market and economic trends that are impacting investments. I'm your host, Christian Olinger, portfolio strategist at the BlackRock Investment Institute. Globally, over half the population is voting this year. Voters are expressing frustration about many issues, but most notably the rising cost of living. We don't see incumbent leaders or challengers offering bold solutions, and high public debt somewhat ties their hands. We stay overweight U.S. stocks ahead of the U.S. presidential election. Yet we're cautious on long-term U.S. Treasuries. The U.S. fiscal deficit is expected to remain historically large, with no major tax rises or spending cuts proposed that could change this trajectory. The deficit reinforces persistent inflation and bolsters our higher for longer rate view. We see investors demanding more compensation for the risk of holding long-term U.S. bonds as a result. Trump's more protectionist stance and Biden's current protectionist policies may boost inflation pressures in any outcome. Tighter immigration policies may be inflationary as the U.S. faces a shrinking working-age population. We remain focused on the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act and its incentives tied to the low-carbon transition. If Republicans control Congress, they may revise or repeal parts of the legislation to fund tax cuts. Here's our market take. We stay overweight U.S. stocks for now and eye key policy areas of the presidential election. On a strategic horizon, we like government bonds in the Euro area and UK over the US. We're also tracking elections in India, Mexico, the European Union, and the UK. For more details, read our weekly market commentary. Go to www.blackrock.com/weekly-commentary. Thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Market Take wherever you get your podcasts.
This material is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice, a recommendation, or an offer or solicitation to purchase or sell any securities, funds, or strategies to any person in any jurisdiction in which an offer, solicitation, purchase, or sale would be unlawful under the securities laws of such jurisdiction. The opinions expressed are as of the date of publication and are subject to change without notice. Reliance upon information in this material is at the sole discretion of the listener. Investing involves risks. BlackRock does and may seek to do business with companies covered in this podcast. As a result, listeners should be aware that the firm may have a conflict of interest that could affect the objectivity of this podcast. For more information, visit blackrock.com